What is up, Nomad Nation? You've got Godfather. I am 1/3 of your Nomad Gamers. Hey, it's Tuesday. We have started yet another week. What the hell were you playing this weekend? We have got about 8 good topics. We've got some other things to discuss, but before we get into all of that, if you are watching me on Facebook, on Twitch, yes, we have Kick back. Kick is working. For all my Kick viewers out there. And what the hell is that one there in the... Oh, yeah, Twitch. I can't figure out how to get those things to change colors, but you know what? They can stay like that for now. It's fine. Fuck it. Uh, if you are watching me on any of those social medias, thank you very much for your support. If you would, hit that follow button if you haven't already. Turn on your notifications if you haven't already. That way, every single time that Godfather comes live at you for my nightly gaming or for one of my 2 fabulous shows, you are going to be notified. Now, if you are watching me over on YouTube, thank you very much. You have found a home of the Nomad Gaming Podcast, where we come live at you every Saturday at a new time. I don't know if you saw that. Nomad Gamers are moving. We have packed up the Shire. We are moving into a new time slot. We're going to be coming live at you at 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So tune in when Fireball, Zanar Crest Rider, and myself come live at you. It is a whole different vibe in the Shire. So I look forward to you being there for that. What do we have going on for this Tuesday? Well, let me back up just a minute. If you were paying attention to my page, you would have seen that I had to run a test a test video about an hour ago, maybe an hour and a half ago. So what's going on is I've never been in a hurricane before, never been close to a hurricane. But I'm gonna tell you what, if a hurricane is anything like the winds that we've seen in my local area where the Shire is located at, oh good God. We had high winds. My flags are probably very tattered by now, but that's okay. The internet was absolutely garbage. So what I was doing was I was testing between my cell phone, my hotspot on it, because I know that would work, or go over to my normal Wi-Fi and see how that would work. Well, the wind has died down, hoping that it stays down, and we will get our Talking Tuesday in tonight. Thank you very much. If you've seen those 2 lives, uh, and I didn't say hi or whatever, I'm sorry. I was trying to get some stuff figured out for Talking Tuesday. So let's get into our very first topic. I've got quite a few lined up for you. We've got now I'll just run down them real quick and then we'll talk about it. This is what I named them. This is not what the actual source is, but it's just what I named them. Xbox next gen console. There's been some leaks about that, and not even really a leak. It's more of the Xbox boss is having loose lips. I love it. Call of Duty 7. They changed a perk that the crowd was looking for, and we will get into that more a little bit later on. An assault at TwitchCon. Really? That's some very interesting stuff, and I'm going to have some very strong words for Twitch. I am a content creator on Twitch, so this kind of hits home, and I will be responding to that too. Helldivers 2, there is some things going on there. It doesn't look so rosy over there, but we will check in and we will figure out what's going on there. Sonic Crossworlds. Everybody knows I'm a big Mario Kart fan. I have yet to play Sonic Crossworlds. I'm going to go check it out on Steam. I'm going to see if I can't download it, and we'll get into it. You remember the game Payday? I guess it's still a thing. We're going to check in with those fine folks and see what's going on there. Pal World is bucking AI. And then we got some more Battlefield 6 news. So before we get into any of that, I want to go check in with my buddy Santiago Cirillo. He has been very busy. Every week I check in with him. Every week I tell you how busy Santiago is and all the very good things that Santiago is doing. Uh, this week is no different. He is just as busy. He is just as good, and he is doing what he has to do. And the greatest thing is that I seen a post on another creator's page from Santiago that was reinforcing what Santiago stands for, what Santiago is trying to push out there. So for that, hats off, Santiago. So many content creators out there, not all, some, they will say one thing behind the camera and then they will do a completely different thing while the camera's off and it's not rolling. And they don't think that people see them. We see you. We know who you are. We see what you're doing. 7 hours ago, Santiago was live. What I didn't catch it because I was busy at work, but from what I can see, it's not his normal area where he goes live at. He's got a pretty cool Starborn looking dude in the background. I'm guessing this is his garage, and he has been talking about turning that into like his studio slash dressing room slash a whole bunch of things. So I'm quite sure that's what it was. My goddamn mic. I need to tighten this thing up again. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So he's doing good things there. 10 hours ago, I borrow this line from him all the time, and I'm going to continue to say it. Santiago's going to continue to say it, and it's going to continue to ring true. Your negativity will not break me. Hashtag Hiya Nation, nationentertainment.org. 18 hours ago, almost there. Support back from the dead. Oh, he put that damn thing on. Oh, just a helmet to it. Looks good though. I might have to bid for that after he's done with it. He's just been doing a lot of lives. He's been promoting back from the dead. Uh, go over to his Facebook page. I will share it yet again. And uh, go over there. And if you feel like supporting him, support him. He's a good dude. He's a veteran. He employs veterans. He employs those that are uh, that need a little bit of help. He gives them the help. And like he says, if they don't give him 150%, or actually I think it's 100%, then Santiago is not going to give him 150. He's going to match them percent for percent. But if you give him 100%, he's going to give you 150. That's just the kind of guy Santiago is. Uh, I'm kind. I need to get on there tomorrow. I need to put down a reminder on my phone. I need to get on there tomorrow and fuck with that dog 420. 420 Wrinkles, the dog, has been a little too uh comfortable here lately because the great and all powerful Godfather has been too busy to go over there and mess with them. So there we go. All right, let's get into our news. Let's get into Talking Tuesday. All right, so the Xbox boss comments on the next gen console power. Now, they make it very clear in this article that uh, they have not said anything about the next generation for the Xbox. I wouldn't expect them to. I would almost expect either PlayStation or uh, Xbox to go first. And in this case, it'd probably have to be PlayStation going first before Xbox would jump and try and match them. But let's take a couple of these comments from the Xbox boss and see exactly what they're talking about over there. Thank you for watching Wilham's House. Steel Militia forever, my brother. All right. Let's see. Xbox's next generation console will provide a high-end experience for gamers. Well, no shit. It should. According to company president Sarah Bond, not much is known about the next gen Xbox console at this early stage. But according to Bond's recent statements, that development of the Rogue Xbox Ally could be the key to understanding Microsoft's mindset towards the creation of its next console. So this is an absolutely no-brainer. Okay. Fireball talked about this on Nomad Gamers back on Saturday, and we discussed it a little bit. These consoles are getting so expensive that why would you want to buy them when you can go out and get a PC? I can do Talking Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday, and a Nomad Gamers, and in between all of that, I can play Red Dead 2 or Grand Theft Auto 5, or I guess I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but let's spill the goddamn beans, I guess. Farming Simulator 2022. I could play any of those and do what I got to do business wise from a laptop. That costed me almost $700 to $800 more than a console. But I went high end. If you just wanted to get a baseline gaming PC that could put up with all of the very good games of this day, you're looking at about $1,100-$1,200. If they're wanting $600 to $900 for the next console, or $600 to $900 for this handheld Xbox, why would you do it? Just go get a laptop. It doesn't make any sense to me. So you got those fanboys out there who will snatch up anything that Xbox throws out at them. And I'm not gonna lie. Here, we're gonna take a little gander. We're gonna go on a little field trip. Stick with me for a minute. Do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. There is... What in the fuck is it? Oh, okay, I know what that is now. There is the Rogue. It looks very similar to the Backbone. It looks very similar to the Nintendo Switch. The only difference being is you got the controller hands on the bottom, almost like what you have for the PlayStation 5 or even the Xbox. Hang on just a second. So the design is pretty cool. I like the design. I don't like the price on it. All right, here we go. We're going to go back to my beautiful face. So, do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. Whoop. Bam! There I am. I'm back. All right. So you saw that. Here is an Xbox controller. Okay. Notice how it has the handle on both sides. Same thing as this Rogue. I think that's a good thing because the one thing I didn't like about Nintendo was that Nintendo's was too flat. You couldn't really hold on to it. And to be a handheld device, you need something to hold on to. And they just didn't have it. I don't know why. I can sit in this chair for hours before Talking Tuesday and Thirsty Thursday and be just fine. The moment that I sit down for this show or Thirsty Thursday, my back all of a sudden starts hurting. I don't fucking understand it. All right. It's been nearly 5 years since the Xbox Series X and its more budget-friendly counterpart, the Series S, made their worldwide debut, beating the PlayStation 5's race to the market by just 2 days. Estimated sales figures for the Xbox SS from this February, released by publisher Take-Two Interactive, came in around 30 million units sold, placing it behind the PS5 and at only about a fifth of the Nintendo Switch's sales. That's third place performance, and some other business decisions at Microsoft have led to rumors that Xbox was getting ready to get out of the console market. I still think they should. It's not a profitable market, especially when you have to price it so high. Uh, $600-700 for a console is just ridiculous. $600-700 for a handheld is ridiculous. I think the Switch 2 is like at 500, I think, and I still think that's too much. But we'll see. Xbox has got a very good lineup of games. They got a very good lineup of developers. If I was them, I would think about just doing uh game development and releasing games than putting them on a console. Because at that point, the money's coming in. You don't really have to spend much. And we're in the day of the digital. We're in the digital day and age, which means all they need is a goddamn code. Download it. Unlike 10, 15 years ago when you had to have a CD, which drove the prices up more. Some people, they like to have that physical copy as like a collector's item. I was one of those here until recently. And then it's like, why do I want that clutter and that junk around? If I can go digital, that's the way I'm going. Uh, I'm cruising this just to see what else we have. There is really not much else out there. I'll give you like one snippet. Xbox president says next console will provide a premium experience. Well, I would freaking hope so. I would hope that any of the consoles out there that are being sold would come for a premium experience. You're paying a premium price, you better get a premium product in return. This is the type of stuff that drives me absolutely nuts about companies. They say all this crap and then they never perform. Oh, good God. I'm having issues. Let's see here. And my pillow's way the hell over there. Well, it looks like I'm going to be suffering today. Suffering succotash. All right, let's get going. Let's get out of here. Let's get on to the next topic. Call of Duty, I am reporting on you. And I don't do that often. I'm really not a big Call of Duty fan. I played 6 for a little bit, and nothing was wrong with 6. It's just it was good. It just wasn't something that was going to keep my interest peaked. And like my brother, he plays it all the time. My other brother, he plays it. He plays like one of the older games, and he still likes it. So, for some people, it does its thing. For others, it just doesn't do anything. All right, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 reveals highly requested perk change. The Call of Duty Black Ops 7 developer Treyarch Studios has responded to players' request and revealed that it has implemented a major change with the dexterity perk. After fans got to go hands-on with Call of Duty Black Ops 7 earlier this month, one of the biggest requests was that Treyarch Studios make certain features from the dexterity perk part of the default movement system. The studio has now responded to players in a new development update and outlined its plans for the game's launch on November the 14th. I'm going to tell you right now, this does not surprise me at all. With Black Ops, or not Black Ops, but Battlefield 6 coming out. It's already out. Battlefield 6 is kicking the shit out of Call of Duty right now. Call of Duty knows this. If this would have been Call of Duty Black Ops 6, they wouldn't have made this change because they had no competition. Now that they got competition, now they're listening to their players. What they're trying to do is they're trying to draw those players back from Battlefield 6. I don't know if it's going to work. What I do think is going to happen is that when November the 14th comes out, Call of Duty 7 comes out, you're going to see a lot of the fan base go back and maybe play for a couple hours. And then they're going to turn around, they're going to dump it and go back to Call of Duty, back to Battlefield 6. Because I don't think that Treyarch Studios is going to fix the cheating problem. I don't think they're going to fix the mechanics of the game. I don't think they're going to fix what the players are actually complaining about. And when you don't do that, and another game has done it, the other game is going to take your fans. That's just how it goes. By the way, if you want to read this, it's on Game Rant, and it was published about 2 hours ago. Since Black Ops 7 open beta, Treyarch has confirmed numerous other highly requested changes, but it doesn't appear to be done just yet. In a new development update, the studio revealed that it has made some major changes to the dexterity perk based on player feedback. The perk allows players to aim down sights while sliding, diving, and wall jumping. You just lost me again. But many believed this should be part of the default movement system. Well, Treyarch has heard the feedback loud and clear, as the ability to aim down the sights while performing the aforementioned movements will be included by default. Treyarch says fans can still equip the dexterity for maximum fluidity, but it's no longer needed to ADS in every situation. Now, you see, this is where they lost me way back in the day. Okay? I don't expect a video game to be completely lifelike. In fact, most people go to a video game to escape whatever it is in their world they want to escape. However, tell me the last time that you saw anybody at any point in time wall walk, number one, and number two, wall walk while firing and dodging bullets. I'll wait. If you have, I want to see that video in the comments. Real life, not AI, not video game. I don't want it to be real life. I don't want it to even look like real life. But what I do want it to do is when I shoot somebody, 1 or 2 rounds should kill them. And here, they're like a fucking bullet sponge, takes 5 or 6. You should not be able to fire when you're dropping to the prone. Just shouldn't. Shouldn't be able to wall run or wall jump or whatever the fuck it's talking. What did it say? Wall jumping. How the fuck are you going to jump a wall and fire a weapon at the same time? Doesn't that require 2 hands to get over that fucking wall? See what I'm talking about? Treyarch is doing a lot to try and make this game a success from day one. They really are. You're going to see a little bit of the stage background, but that's okay. All right, we're getting out of Call of Duty. Call of Duty pisses me off. Well, I guess I shouldn't have said anything too quickly, because this next one is going to really, really piss me off. And yeah, here we go. All right, so on Game Rant, and this is on Game Rant, it's on PC Gamer News, it's on every site that you can possibly go to for gamers, you will see this article. You will see this story. It's being highly reported on, and as it should. Imaru is pressing charges after a TwitchCon attack. Twitch content creator Imaru confirmed in a recent live stream that she has filed a police report and is pressing charges against the man who publicly assaulted her at TwitchCon 2025 in San Diego during a meet and greet session. Following the assault, Imaru stated she is urging other Twitch partners and content creators to consider avoiding any TwitchCon events. First and foremost, I never, ever, 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 ever condone assault or violence at a Gamescom. I don't care if it's Twitch. I don't care if it's Comic-Con. I don't care what goddamn con it is. You don't put your hands on a content creator. You don't put your hands on an actor. The incident occurred at the San Diego Convention Center on the first day of TwitchCon 2025, October 17th. According to videos from TwitchCon attendees that surfaced on social media, the assailant crossed multiple barriers to grab Imaru during a meet and greet at the convention. The man, whose identity is currently unknown at the time of writing, was subsequently banned from Twitch and TwitchCon after Imaru's management prompted the Amazon-owned service to take action hours later. Why did it take hours? Twitch issued a statement hours after the incident involving Imaru and said it was working with law enforcement in the ongoing case. There is no ongoing case here. Okay? Let's call a spade here. Twitch was hoping that this content creator would not take it to the level she took it to, which I'm glad she did. On the very first day of the convention, he crossed multiple barriers. Multiple. What the hell is security doing? I can already see the headline now. Content creator goes nuts on a fucking fan. Is that what you want, Twitch? Is what you want is for the content creators to defend themselves? Because I'm telling you right now, there's some of them out there that will defend themselves. They will beat that motherfucker like a Cherokee drum because your security is absolutely shit. This is unacceptable on every fucking level. And I'm sorry I'm cussing a lot now, but I told you I was going to get really irritated. Multiple barriers. Where the hell was your security? Here's the other part that really pisses me off about this. She is at TwitchCon. It is Twitch's convention. It's owned by Amazon. And it took her management hours to get Twitch to do something. It took them hours to get this guy banned from the convention and banned from Twitch. And by the way, don't freaking fool yourself, Twitch. All he did was change his handle on Twitch. He's probably back on it right now. This is disgusting. This is horrible. Good for her for pressing charges. I'm going to keep monitoring this to see exactly what happens. I'd be very interested to see what kind of charges he is facing. And she says it pretty well herself right here. Imaru said that she felt as if she could have literally been stabbed. She could have. She could have. During the assault, Imaru also confirmed that her management pushed Twitch to take harsh actions against the assailant after after he was allowed to walk away. So he assaults one content creator, Twitch, and in Twitch's mind, you go, "Oh, this is a good idea. Let's let him walk away so he can assault another one." How many content creators is it going to take to get assaulted before Twitch does their job and secures their convention? How many? How many is too many, Twitch? Following the assault on Imaru, and I'm probably saying her name wrong, and if I am, I apologize. If she sees it, I apologize to you. Twitch CEO Dan Clancy said that the safety of content creators and fans is top priority on Twitch. Obviously, it's not, Danny boy, because guess what? It took you hours to take care of this situation. If this fucking freak would have jumped the goddamn barriers and your security would have took him down, we'd be singing a whole nother tune right now. But they didn't. It's either you hired chicken shits for security guards or inept security guards. But either way, you didn't hire good security. Clancy said that challenges can still present themselves despite the the increased security at TwitchCon following Imaru's assault, and said that he was keeping a close eye on the situation. Yeah, he doesn't want to get fucking sued. That's why. While Clancy would not divulge any specific details about how Twitch manages security moving forward, good. He said that part of the process involves working with the creators to provide resources. I think I've said enough on this. I think I've said enough. Twitch failed the creators that were there. Twitch failed this creator big time. Nobody, and I mean nobody, should be in fear of being assaulted for what they say on their podcast. Nobody should be in fear for their safety for what they say on their game stream. Anymore today, people are taking things to the extreme. And I don't know if it's the internet making it to where people are now unafraid of getting five across the freaking lips, or they just don't think that you're going to be man or woman enough to go and whoop their ass. I don't know which one it is, but it's ridiculous. Yeah, we're going to get off this subject, because if I don't, I'll probably get myself banned from Twitch. In fact, I'm looking for that email now coming, going, "Oh, you've been banned." All right, oh, sorry, but that irritates the shit out of me. All right, let's move on to Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is in some trouble. They might have to be looking for an olive branch here. They might be having to look for an off-ramp here soon. So Arrowhead Game Studio, who makes Helldivers, CEO Shams Shijorni addresses fan complaints about Helldiver 2's anti-cheat game guard, hinting that it could be removed entirely. Please don't do that. The motherfucker will suck if you take out the anti-cheats. Helldivers 2 remains in a tricky spot as of late, with Arrowhead attempting to fix and address complaints surrounding the game's technical performance. I guess the technical performances went through the floor. Following the launch of Into the Unjust, Helldivers 2 has seen a concerning number of technical issues, with players also noting poor optimization, rising file sizes — that's a big problem in the gaming world — and other performance issues. The outcry became so loud that Helldivers 2 game director Erickson released a state of the game video to lay out the studio's plans for addressing the issues. You know, I wanted to jump on Helldivers, and I wanted to say, they're falling into the same thing that most other ones do. But this guy's coming out and saying, here is our road path that we have to follow to make this game great once again. I have to oh goddamn. I have to give him props on that. I do. At least he's man enough to come out and say that our shit's broken, we're gonna have to go fix it now. But I don't know. Maybe they need to look into this game guard, the anti-cheat, because if you take out the anti-cheat from the game, it's going to become unplayable for players who actually love this game. It is going to be a cesspool for cheaters. I can already hear Fireball now. All right. That's enough for Helldivers 2. By the way, if you got a comment on any of this, I am on discord.com. Find the Nomad Gamers. Go down to general chat and you will see Godfather there. Come on in. Let's have a discussion. And then also you can comment on any of these. It'll show up. Well, it's this way for you, but it's this way for me. But I can see them all. Here's a fun one coming up. Sonic Crossworlds. Everybody out there knows that I am a huge fan of the Mario Kart series. I love Mario Kart. I will sit there and play it all night long, either getting my ass whooped or whooping some ass. But either way, I'm there playing it. And I was kind of dismayed when the Switch 2 came out, and it just wasn't worth it for me not to get it. So now I don't have Mario Kart. But never fear, Sega's on the way. Sega asked Sonic Racing Crossworld players, what crossover DLC characters do they want? I think this is amazing on Sega's part, because most of the time you get who they deem that you want. And 90% of the time, it ain't who the fuck you want. It's who you're stuck with. At least the Sonic Racing Crossworld is giving you the option to say, this is who we want. Will they do it? I don't know. It already has a full year of premium downloadable content planned, with free guest racers scheduled to be added regularly as well. I'm kind of wondering if those will be yanked away regularly as well. I would assume so, but I would not want to get really good with one and then have it go away. Recently, they came out with the Minecraft pack featuring iconic characters from the franchise, along with themed vehicles and gadgets. The game is also set to get its second major free update, adding Joker from the Persona series to the roster on October the 22nd. However, it seems Sega has even bigger plans for the future, as the company is giving fans a chance to suggest how the game should expand. I think it's amazing. I think this is amazing. The game looks amazing. Here is just some of the names, hypothetically, that could show up in Sonic Crossworlds DLCs. Banjo Kazooie. Castlevania. Remember Castlevania from the 90s? Same one. You remember that dude going by with that big ass whip? That's him. Street Fighter. That would be kind of amazing. Shrek. That would be kind of funny. Watching Donkey. Universal Monsters. Yeah, I don't know this next one. Team Fortress 2. Whatever that is. Sonic Racing Crossworlds DLC roadmap. This is confirmed by Sega, released by Sega. This is not a rumor, folks. Not a rumor. And I'm going to start with today. I'm not going to tell you about the back ones. Somebody just said something. I don't know where it went. I got too many goddamn screens open. Anyways. All right, October through December 2025, SpongeBob SquarePants and Patrick Star, playable characters, the Paddy Wagon vehicle, Bikini Bottom track, new original music, 6 emotes per character, and additional sounds. I guess if you're into SpongeBob, you're going to love this one. January through March 2026, Pac-Man and Team Ghost playable characters, a Pac-Man mobile vehicle, Pac Village, and Maze Track. 6 emotes per character and additional sounds. January through March 2026, Mega Man and Proto Man. Playable characters, 1 vehicle, 1 track. 6 emotes per character and 8 sounds. I remember Mega Man. That dude was cool. I love that game. And I wasn't even a Sega Genesis fan. All right, April through June 2026. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Playable characters, 1 vehicle, 1 track, 6 emotes per character, and 8 sounds. July through September. 2 playable characters, 1 vehicle, 1 track, 6 emotes per character, and 8 sounds. It doesn't really give you. I think that's what they want people to put in for. So if that's the case, hey, if you always wanted to see someone race or you wanted to blow somebody up, put them in for it. All right. These next ones we're just going to hit very, very, very quickly. Because yeah. All right. So who remembers that game Payday? The last I knew, Payday was like this cheap ass game that you're just you're a heist. You're a thief. You're holding shit up. Starbreeze hands off Payday 2 to another developer as it goes all in on trying to salvage the beleaguered Payday 3. I didn't even know they had a second one out. About this person they've already handed this off to, they know Payday 2 engine inside and out, and they've already gotten started. I never understood this game. I played it for a little bit. I thought it was uber boring. Now it's just Payday, the first one. I never played Payday 2. But 3? I might have to go check it out again. Oh, our friends over at Pal World made the news again. This time not in a bad way. Well, depends. Pal World Studio and Pocket Pair says new publishing division won't handle games that use generative AI. We don't believe in it. Well, I'm pretty sure that if new games that come out, if they used a generative AI and they are awesome games and they're just rocketing to the top, I bet you anything they change their tune on this. But I do agree with them on one thing. We need to get bumpers on AI. We need to figure out some kind of protection for the voice actors of the games. We need to find some kind of protection for the developers of the game, the graphic artists of the game. You know, you got all these people involved in these games. AI can pretty much do all of that, but we need to find some kind of bumper left and right to be able to insulate these guys just a little bit, because AI is going to be coming in it, or actually it's here, but it's going to be coming to the gaming industry fast and furious. All it's going to take is one breakthrough, and they're all going to fall in line. They're all going to do the same thing. So we'll see. I'm going to be tracking this one too. May not report on it, but I'm going to keep reading about it. All right. We're going to end the night with some Battlefield 6 news. This is one that I really don't agree with Battlefield 6 on. I've agreed with a lot of what they've said and a lot of what they've done throughout the course of Battlefield 6. This one I don't. Battlefield 6 officially nerfs XP farming servers into the ground, draining them of nearly all XP. Some XP farms remain online as Battlefield Studios appears to be flagging them manually. I can kind of see what they're talking about, okay? But at the same time, I can't. I know on Grand Theft Auto, they've got one where I can just literally fucking stand there while everything's going on in the background and come out of this survival mode with all kinds of money and XP. Sometimes that's needed. Let's face it, sometimes it's needed. I haven't seen it in Red Dead Online. I haven't really looked. So I don't know. The jury's out on this one. Battlefield 6 has done a lot of good things, but a lot of bad things too now. Battlefield Studios has followed through on its plan to discourage XP farming servers in Battlefield 6. As of this morning, many servers advertising themselves as XP farms or all bots have had their XP privileges taken away. You can still play on them, but you'll only earn a pittance of precious experience. Some noticed the XP purge actually began on October 17th, the same day Battlefield Studios announced other XP changes, but now it's official. I can kind of see both. I'm not a Battlefield 6 player. I'm not a Xbox a Call of Duty player. I'm not a first-person shooter player per se. So XP probably reigns supreme in those games. So I guess if you have an XP farm, that's almost like stealing from the company. So, the more I read about this, the more I talk, the more I'm agreeing with them. I hate when that happens. I really do. Because then it doesn't feel like I got anything out of it. All right, so tomorrow is Wednesday. Wacky Wednesday. Hump Day. I'm going to be streaming Red Dead Redemption 2. I might stream it for about an hour just after this. I got to stand up and let my back stretch out or lay down on the floor and cry or do something. My back really hurts right now. But I'm going to get on there. I got a license. I got my bounty hunter license. I'm looking into getting another license, but we're going to hold off until I can do some more research on that. Red Dead 2 Online is my go-to right now. It is the 21st. After today, I am no longer an Xbox Game Pass holder. My subscription officially ends at midnight tonight. So I'll try and get Grand Theft Auto 5 back. And then we got Thirsty Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. We're going to be looking at all of our games. If you want to know a game or you like a game, you want me to report on it, tell me in the comments. I'll be more than happy to. So, all right. That's enough of that. In the words of Santiago Cirillo, your negativity will not break me. You're beautiful the way you are. Keep gaming. If you're out there playing a game and you run across a griefer and that griefer needs blown the fuck up, you blow that motherfucker up. Thank you so much for watching Talking Tuesday. Thank you for your support. I look forward to seeing you again for Thirsty Thursday. But until then, peace and love.